Hey, it's Dr. Sebastian Gonzalez again from Performance Place Sports Care. This is an exercise today on a concept of what we call centralization of the ball and socket of the hip to keep it centered in cases of hip impingement in baseball players. And this is not only in regards to rehab, but also prevention as well. Now, this is just one of the many exercises we use at our facility, and we're going to supply you actually with the rest of those in the link description below, so go ahead and check those out. They should be in a playlist. Now, jumping right into the exercise, this one's called the prone heel squeeze. Again, it helps with centralization of the ball and socket. If you are unfamiliar with the concept of ball and socket or centralization, please watch our video on that specific concept. There is one at the bottom of the page in the description, so check that out. It'll be helpful in regards to understanding what's going on. Now, for the prone heel squeeze, I usually have the player lay face down, and let's make sure I'm in the camera here. There we go. So what we're looking for is actually, we're bringing the heels up, and the heels are going to be driven together. Now, as they're driven together, this is activating the posterior chain here. It's going to mainly be working with the hip extenders as well as the external rotators. Now, this driving hips together is mainly the first part. Now, next thing you want to do is bring the thighs from about this point up off the ground, and you're going to be driving the heels together and holding for 5 seconds. And then relaxing. This is actually a very high exercise with, has high EMG activity on the exercise with the piriformis muscle. So you're going to come up, drive for 5 seconds, go down again. So what we're looking actually to limit as well is we don't want hyperextension. I'm staying up because mainly the microphone, but you want to keep the head mainly down in a rested position. You should be also engaging the trunk and spinal erectors in the back to drive and provide a stable platform for motion of those, keeping those heels together, holding for 5 seconds. Now, we typically insert this exercise into a small circuit, and a circuit is where there's multiple exercises, one after another, and then you repeat them. The reason we do this is to give those muscles a little bit of a break while we're still doing something productive. Now, in our rehab circuits, we typically address the front of the hip, the back of the hip, and the trunk of the torso or the core. And all these are important, and the trunk or torso is very important for providing a stable platform for basically the hip muscles to do their job and to keep that ball and socket centralized to protect your player. Now, usually the circuit should take about 15 to 25 minutes, and it depends on how specific you make it and what else you add. Now, we do have a PDF available for you guys with some nice pictures and descriptions, reps, sets, times, and so on, to make it very easy and seamless for you to implement something like this, mainly from a preventative standpoint. But if you look at it, you'll see what type of rehab you'll probably get when you go into a rehab facility. Now, don't forget to share this with your teammates. If you learned anything from it, it'll make them better players, it'll improve their longevity, or if you're even confused about the concept of centralization, please thumbs up, share the video. It'll be helpful along the way.